My name is Reza Mostafavi. I love finance, and what I'm gonna share with you today is one of the most beautiful things and concepts in finance, and it is infinite banking. Infinite banking is created and developed by Nelson Nash. The whole concept is about how to compound your income before tax, and as Albert Einstein says, compounding is the eighth wonder in the world. So you can see how compounding can change everything in your finance. Technically what happens in infinite banking is you get a participating policy, participating insurance policy. What participating means is the insurance company is open to share its profit with you as dividends. These dividends are a little bit different comparing to conventional corporation dividends because they are tax-free, because technically they are refund of premiums. So they come into your pool of money inside your insurance policy tax-free, and they compound tax-free, and they grow and grow and grow. We call it cash surrendering value, and this cash surrendering value, or CSV, increases day by day, tax-free, compounds before tax, and you get a loan against the money, and you keep the policy in force. So it's like spending the money twice. That's the whole concept of infinite banking.
And so what does it take to start one? How does it begin, the whole process?
Actually, it's not a short-term strategy, it's a long-term strategy. It takes something like 5 to 10 years to be settled. So the younger the policy owner is, the more efficient the strategy would be. So it's not like being rich overnight. It takes time. And the foundation is very simple, but it's a platform to apply a broad spectrum of strategies over it.
And just about anybody can do that. You don't have to be like, all you have to do is just be a young person and start this. Or do you have to have a business, or who does this apply to?
Yeah, in theory, everybody can apply for that, but he or she should be insurable, first of all. And there are some limitations, but in theory, everyone can open it, and it's not necessarily needed to be a business owner. Yeah.
What does it mean that somebody has to be insurable?
It means that some persons are not insurable at all because of some diseases like cancer or heart disease or anything. You know, when you apply for an insurance policy, 3 scenarios may happen. The first one is you would be approved. The second one, you would be rejected. And the third scenario is you are rated because your health is not as perfect as it seems. So, but something like 90% of cases, it is approved upfront. So it's a good strategy, at least to try. And the good thing is, even if someone is not insurable, he or she can use this strategy for one of his kids, and he or she can be the owner of the policy, the owner and the beneficiary simultaneously.
And so what does it take? Like, how much do you have to put in to start? And do you have to participate and contribute every month? How does that work?
Yeah, it's up to you. It can be every month or every year. It depends on how you plan to invest in this strategy. And the amount is very, very dependent on the age, health, sex, male or female, and the face amount of the insurance and your need, your financial need. Yeah.
So that means you just start the plan with one particular amount of money, and then you can contribute the following year and the following year, and you just basically sit tight, and this grows on its own. Is that how?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it's just like almost like RRSP. Is that it?
Yes, but difference between RRSP and this strategy is in RRSP you have tax deferred. Your tax is deferred to a late stage of life. But in this strategy, the tax is eliminated because you don't surrender or you don't cash out the CSV or cash surrendering volume inside the policy. You just get a loan against that. It works something like a kind of collateral. Yeah, so you don't pay tax at all. You keep the policy in force, you don't pay tax, and you get loan against that.
And so that's why it's called infinite banking?
Yes, because this is exactly how the banks monetize your debt. In this strategy, you monetize your own assets, or in another word, even debt. You monetize everything.
And that, because this lingo is so foreign to me. I'm like, I've never really learned any of this stuff. And yeah, so from that moment that a young person starts to contribute and create a plan, they could just do nothing else. They could just leave that money there and let it grow, and they're like 30 years later, that becomes something. And also they will just be able, say 2 years later, get a loan from just a bank, just a financial institution, and say, I have, that would be like a collateral, or would be something that'll back it.
It's like a collateral, but technically it's your asset. So you don't need any bank or any credit union to approve your application. You are the owner. So you get a loan against your asset. You collateralize your own asset.
And so who gives you the loan though? Like the insurance company gives you the loan?
The insurance.
Really?
Yeah. The insurance company keeps the policy in force and give you a loan. And this is the beauty of infinite banking.
And the payments begin after you get a loan, and you keep paying it based on however that you already have there.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on the policy. But sometimes it can be paid up. It means that you don't have to pay the payments anymore because you have already paid that amount. You don't have to return the loan. You just have to return the interest. But what happens to the interest? The interest goes into your CSV. So what happens is whatever you pay, you will receive it again. So it's like taking money from your pocket and putting into your another pocket.
The other.